Stephen A. Smith versus Jason Whitlock. Let's talk about it without any further ado. Because I was checking out First Take and I saw Stephen A. Smith during the opening calling someone a fat bastard. I was like, he did that in the past. Who is he talking about? Jason Whitlock. Which that made me go and check on his channel. Why? What did Jason Whitlock actually do this time to Stephen A? So come to find out, he was exposing something. He had something to reveal to us about Stephen A. Smith. So without any further ado, we're going to play the clip. Then we're going to play Stephen A's response. And then we're going to come back and react to the whole thing. But before we do so, please like the video and subscribe to the channel.
Saying that they play a game on Saturday. He wakes up the next morning. They're having a scrimmage that he arrives to late in the middle of. And Big House Games checks this 6'1", 150-pound guard from New York City who played a couple of months of high school basketball without acquiring any stats or anything. He shuts down a practice, checks Stephen A. Smith into the scrimmage, and then, according to Smith's account, he knocked down 17 straight shots in the scrimmage. And Big House Games offered him a full scholarship immediately after the practice. I'm reading this, and when I read it, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. This is a comic book.
I want to remind the world, this is Stephen A., baby. I'm not running from anybody. And if somebody is going to misquote me, usually I'm going to make it an effort to set the record straight. Now, there are some people, as Shannon constantly reminds me, that deserve to be ignored. There are people in the media, fat bastards to be specific, who are completely irrelevant and are starving for attention because all they have left is clicks because their credibility has been shredded everywhere else. And those people are left to be dealt with another day. But outside of that, I want to make sure that people out there who have their podcasts and have their platforms and all of this other stuff, if you're credible enough and I choose to care enough, I will respond off of anything that I have to say. All I ask is that if you're going to come at me, could you at least quote me accurately?
So there you have it. Jason Whitlock pretty much exposing the fact that Stephen A. Smith allegedly lied in his book. And then Stephen A. Smith responding said that everything is legit, obviously. So here are my thoughts. I was pretty disappointed, to be honest, because I don't wish on Stephen A.'s downfall, but I at least thought that Jason Whitlock being in the media, definitely having access, I would assume, to what's happening behind closed doors. If he were to come out, it would actually reveal some groundbreaking stuff. But this, in my opinion, is like some pistol gun stuff. Like, this does nothing. Like, did that story look crazy, sound crazy? Absolutely. But I will say that a lot of people that I know, if they were to tell a story about themselves, they will embellish the fuck out of that story. And this is what that looked like for Stephen A. He did end up in that college. How did he end up in that college? Is it even relevant? I don't think so. Plus, I don't think that does anything to Stephen A's credibility, because at this point, you either like Stephen A. Smith, and if you like him, it's not because he played in college and got a scholarship and then got injured. Don't nobody care about that. If you like Stephen A., it's because you think he's entertaining. You think he has good takes. You like his humor. You like his voice. You whatever you like about Stephen A. Smith, this has nothing to do with no basketball. And if you dislike Stephen A. Smith, most people, when they try and shoot at Stephen A., they'll go to the fact that they didn't play any pro sports. And to that, Stephen A. Smith never went further than saying that, yeah, he went to college and got injured. But he always said that he was never a pro athlete, that he could never hold a candle to these guys. He's always said that. So, yes, I really don't think this does anything. This will pretty much come and go. The Jason Whitlock versus Stephen A. Smith, I don't think that's the most entertaining storyline that we got out there. And at this point, Jason Whitlock already threatened several times of exposing what's really going on. You know, when Shannon Sharp was on his tour and he had the interview with Stephen A. and he said some stuff about Skip. Jason Whitlock came on his podcast and said he was going to expose everything about Stephen A. and Shannon Sharp, and nothing came out. And if this is all Jason Whitlock got, then he might as well leave that alone, because Stephen A. Smith, right now, Shannon Sharp is on the spotlight, right? But Stephen A. Smith is still that guy in the media, regardless of what you think about him. I'm personally, I'm personally sorry. I like him. I'm not a fan just because he has some crazy moments. But again, if you're going to try and come at someone, at least, yeah, let's come with some real stuff or just leave the man alone. He's doing his thing and he's not really worried about Jason Whitlock unless Jason Whitlock has something to say about him. So, yeah. So anyways, we're going to keep this one short. If you've made it this far, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Appreciate you guys for watching. And get in that comment section and give me your thoughts. Do you believe that actually invalidates Stephen A. Smith in any kind of way? I don't think so. Jason Whitlock had an interview with Ticket TV earlier. So shout out to Ticket TV for the look. And Ticket asked him, do you believe that Stephen A. Smith lied his way into fame? And Jason Whitlock was like, I can't even say that. So what's the point for real, you know? Anyways, these are my thoughts. Appreciate you guys for checking me out, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.